Hey everyone, I'm playing with something exciting today, which is bringing the energy of your business blueprint into form using my numerology AI assistant, which I've named NuMA. And with NuMA, I have created a couple free custom GPT tools, which are built around my embodied numerology system. And today I'm going to walk through a real demo to show you how this works. So the first thing to get started, and I have the Embodied Business Blueprint tool open here. So the first thing I'm going to do to get started is I'm just going to say, give me my chart, but you can say whatever you want. And it's going to walk me through how to calculate the numbers in the chart. So it's first going to ask for my sun number, and it tells you how to calculate that. I'm not going to stay too long on each one of these because I want to get through to the demo walkthrough, which I'm really excited about. So I'm going to kind of go through these really quickly. So I'm going to put my sun number in there because I know what mine is. And next it's going to ask for my moon number and tell me how to calculate that. So mine is a 4, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Next it's going to ask for my magic number and it's going to tell you how to calculate it. Once again, I know what mine is, so I'm going to drop that in there. And next it's going to ask for my star number. And once again, it's going to tell you how to calculate that. And I'm just going to go ahead and drop mine in there. And lastly, it's going to ask for my path number, which is my life path or ruling number. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that in there. And lastly, it's also going to it wants to know what my personal year is. And then once again, it tells you how to calculate it. But since I know mine, I'm going to go ahead and drop that in there. And once I put this in there, it's going to ask me to tell me a little bit about what I do. So it's repeating back my full energetic blueprint, my core numbers, and then it wants to know what I do for work. What do I call myself? So I'm just going to put that I am a numerologist in here, but you could give it a lot more information. You put your mission statement or your positioning statement or your I help so-and-so's do so-and-so statement in here. The more information you can put here, the better. But for now, I'm just going to say I'm a numerologist and submit that. And once I do, it is going to provide the report that I have designed it to provide, which is going to give you an overview of your core numbers. It's going to dive into a description for those. And then it's also going to break down the 6 domains of energetic business alignment, which I have baked into this tool. So as you can see, it's generating those. Right now it's generating the core report and it's giving me an overview of those. And in my system for each core number, there is a balance number. So it's giving a little snippet of that as well. It's giving me an overview of my personal year, which I'm in a personal year 2. And then it's diving into, like I said, the 6 domains of energetic business mastery, which are the domain 1 is the core energetics and shadow integration. So it's going to give you an overview of your core energy and it's going to give you a peek into some of the things that you personally are integrating during this lifetime, which I believe are so integral into how you serve and lead your business and serve your clients. And domain 2 is focused on your offers and business models. So it's going to give you an overview of that specific to your energetic code. And then domain 3 has to do with how you best work and your energetic capacity. Like, what are you able to sustain in your business? What type of workload and what is your preferred workflow? And then domain 4 dives a little bit deeper into your personal year and your rhythm for this year and how that relates to your business. And domain 5 has to do with your messaging and visibility. What type of messaging style? How are you most comfortable showing up visibly? So it's going to give you a snapshot of that. And then the last domain 6, is marketing, launch, and sales strategies. So it's going to give you an overview of that. And this is all well and good. Like I said, it gives you a really nice foundational snapshot that you can use as a jumping off point. But the meat that I want to dive in and share with you today is what happens when you start giving NuMA some specific information about your business. And there's so many different ways that you can do that and things that you can focus on. But in the demo today, I wanted to specifically play around with offers. So I have an offer prepared that I am going to drop in here. And this is a sample offer. It's not a real offer that I am considering. So let's see. I think I'm going to grab this one. So I'm going to put in here, I'm thinking about this offer. And I'm going to drop it between brackets there and send it through. And we're going to see what NuMA generates. So this is the offer idea that I am sending through to it, which is the frequency alignment scan, a fast, energetic scan of where a client's current business structure is syncing or clashing with their embodied blueprint. What they'll do is they'll submit a short intake form, and I will return 3 tweaks to realign in an audio or a mini guide based on the core frequency their field is asking for right now. So that's the offer I'm sending through. And so you can see it's diving into the energetics there of my next aligned offer and how it should feel energetically. So it's giving me some feedback on what's currently shifting now. And it's looking into my personal year energy to pull from that along with my energetic chart. And then it's diving into what is beneath the surface of my offer creation. So it says, at your core, you carry a deep intuitive frequency, which is my Sun 7, blended with the natural creative pulse, which is my life path 3, and breakthrough leadership current, which is my magic 10 number. And it's saying my genius isn't in heavy lifting, it is in lighting clarity. And it's saying sometimes my emotional body, which is my moon 4, can cling to old models of proving value through complexity. And there may be a subconscious pull to make something bigger to justify its worth. And it's saying that this offer idea challenges that pattern. It trusts the power of direct resonance, fast, clear insights, immediate energetic shifts, minimal structure, maximum impact. So that's all sounding well and good. And then it's diving into what is needed. And it's telling me to trust the simplicity, that I don't need to pad this offer with bonus calls, worksheets, or marketing fluff. Its magnetism lies in a short, energetic intake form. Keep it under 5 questions, a potent scan, audio or brief mini guide, no more than 10 to 15 minutes, or a few succinct pages, a personal embodied recommendation field, 3 tweaks to realign. And it's even giving me pricing feedback. The pricing should reflect the impact, not the length. Position this as a resonance calibration, a business energetics attunement. Let the sales page or sales messaging center on how their business will feel after the scan, not just the information they will receive. And most of all, honor this offer as its own living portal, not a downsell, not a stepping stone, but a sacred realignment tool. And then it's given me some information on what becomes possible through this offer, and it's giving me a recap. And this is beautiful already, but I have some prompts that are going to dive in even deeper and really get to the energetics beneath this offer as they relate to my chart. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the first prompt here that I have. So the first prompt is, and I'm copying it right now, and I'm going to drop it in here. So it's, hi NuMA, based on my energetic business blueprint and the offer I just described, can you reflect both where the strongest energetic resonance is living in this offer and where subtle friction or misalignment might be asking for attention? So I'm going to go ahead and send that through and see what it comes back with. All right, so it says, so it's giving me a list now of the strongest energetic resonance with this offer idea. And it's saying that it's offering precision and depth without overwhelm. My entire energetic blueprint vibrates with the gifts of perceptive depth, initiating clarity, and universal integration. And this offer lives in your natural ability to pierce straight to the energetic root of a client's business patterns without needing to over-explain, justify, or expand. So it's offering a fast scan format, which is saying is aligned with my energetic blueprint. 2, supporting relational refinement in a personal year 2, which I'm in. So because of that, nurturing depth through intimate relational spaces, this offer creates an intimate energetic bridge without overcommitting your body, time, or emotional field. So you can see it's getting much more specific with the type of feedback that it's giving. Now we're getting to the kind of like the nuance and the part I feel that makes this really, really helpful and strategic. So where subtle friction or misalignment may be asking for attention. First, overstructuring the delivery. So it's saying my Moon 4 loves structure. So it's reminding me to be careful that there's a small risk that the intake process or output could become overly mechanical. So it's reminding me to keep the intake focus on frequency, feeling, and the current edges, not detailed strategy questions. Trust that my system knows where to read their field without needing a long intake form to get it right. So that's the first possible misalignment. And number 2, pricing and boundaries, because this offer is energetically dense yet physically light, short form, fast turnaround. There's a subtle risk that I might underprice it and over deliver it unconsciously, especially with my star 9's compassion current. So it's reminding me to anchor my pricing for this offer and the impact on their field and not the minutes that I spend actually delivering the offer. And that rings true to me. And then it's giving me a reflection. So this offer is alive in my field because it captures, it's telling me why I'm even thinking about this offer. It captures my creative expression without draining me. It uses my deep seeing intuitive gifts, and it supports my current season of relational frequency first business. And it's just recapping the refinements. Keep it light, trust my intuitive reads, and price it for the impact, not the time that I spend delivering it, and complete the scan cleanly without carrying their next steps for them. So you can see that's really specific, helpful feedback. But I have a lot more prompts I want to go through with you guys today. So the next prompt I'm grabbing here, we're just going to keep going deeper and deeper with this. So this prompt is, hi NuMA, based on my blueprint and the offer I described, can you reflect what deeper energetic signature or bigger story is trying to move more fully through this offer? All right, the bigger story. This is not just a scan, this is a recalibration of energetic sovereignty. At the deepest level, this offer is your way of saying you already know your field's true. You already sense what's aligned or distorted. Let's tune you back to your natural resonance, fast, clear, and embodied, so you can stop leaking energy into structures that were never yours to carry. I love this, and I love what it's building. It's starting to build a story that if I decided to move forward this offer that I can then weave into my messaging and how I position and share this offer. It carries the message of your business is an energetic being, not just a brand. Alignment is not earned through effort, it's restored through resonance. You don't need to fix yourself to succeed. You need to tune back tune yourself back to truth. So I love that. The core frequency trying to express itself is clarity as compassion, truth as nurture, and alignment as sovereignty. And I love that as well. And now it's giving me some advice on where this offer wants to grow. If you listen to the current moving through this offer, it's whispering something even bigger. It's not just a service, it's a remembrance. I'm the space where you remember your natural business rhythm, your sovereign energetic structure, your living field. And over time, if I let this offer breathe, it could evolve into an entire body of work around business field frequency alignment. It could become a portal for new group work, a foundation for future retreats or energetic masterminds, a signature energetic mythology that I'm known for. So I love all of those ideas. So you can see how diving in with these additional prompts, it starts giving you all these additional ideas and, like I said, messaging, positioning, and at the same time, tying it back into your energy, your core energetic blueprint, and how you naturally deliver, what your energy can sustain, all of those things, it's automatically baking into it. It's giving me a final reflection here, and I'm just going to keep moving. I'm going to grab the next prompt here. So the next prompt is, hi NuMA, reflecting on my blueprint and the offer I described, can you help me explore whether the current delivery structure, the calls, modules, community, etc., is supporting the offer's true energy and where I might make small but powerful shifts. And this offer is pretty lightweight, so I'm curious to see what it's going to describe here. But if you have given it an offer that does kind of outline like how you're going to structure calls and modules. Maybe there's lessons involved. If you're giving it like an online course or something to take a look at and the community connected to that, it's going to take a look at all of those pieces and reflect back to you how that aligns with your energetic blueprint. So I'm going to go ahead and send this through, and we're going to see what feedback we get. So delivery, structure, reflection, current structure. From what I've shared, there's an intake form, a personalized audio recording or mini guide. There's no live calls, no modules, no ongoing community. Energetically, this is a near perfect match for your current blueprint. And it's going to give me the reasons why it matches with my energy, how I naturally feel the most comfortable serving and delivering my offers. And it's saying that it aligns with my blueprint because of its lightness, the precision, and the pacing of it. Small but powerful shifts. So it's saying, once again, refine the intake form to open their field. Make the intake feel like an invitation into their field, not a survey or checklist. Instead of focusing purely on strategy questions like what's your offer, what's your needs, weave in energetic sensing questions like what feels most alive in your business right now, where do you feel friction, contraction, or heaviness, and if your business could speak right now, what would it ask for? It's saying to frame the output as a transmission, not an assessment. I like that. And why? Because this subtle shift honors my star nine's universal healing capacity and opens the client to receive at a body field level, not just mentally. And it's suggesting adding an optional closing ritual, a small closing step, like a one-line invocation they can read aloud, or a short grounding practice. And it's telling me what happens when I make these shifts to the offer. So the intake becomes a living portal rather than cold intake. The output becomes a co-creation with their field rather than a prescription. And the closure turns into a quick scan into an embodied recalibration. But it keeps it light, clean, and precise while deepening the potential exponentially. So I love that feedback, and it's making me sick. This was just supposed to be a demo offer. Oh, it's making me want to reconsider it a little bit. So I'm going to grab the next prompt here. which is, hi NuMA, based on my blueprint and the energy of this offer, can you reflect on the qualities, desires, or energetic signatures of the soul-aligned audience this offer is truly meant to serve, and what kinds of invitations would best speak to them? So now we're getting into, if I present this offer in this way, if I use this messaging, if I structure it in this way, who is this offer going to speak to? And here is where, if you know your target audience, you could provide some information about who they are or who you're trying to reach with this offer. But I'm going to leave it just like this, and we're going to see what it comes back with. All right, so it's giving me the core qualities and energetic signatures of who this offer will attract. So people who are already living close to their own truth, but their business structures haven't fully caught up yet. So it's going to attract people who are energetically attuned, but sometimes mentally entangled. They're curious and they want to be sovereign. So they crave leadership that comes from embodiment, not borrowed models. They are sensitive to misalignment. So they notice when systems, offers, or workflows start creating drag in their bodies. And they don't want to be gaslit by that type of messaging. Quietly powerful. They aren't chasing mass attention. They want deeper resonance and sustainable growth. And maybe they're in a transitional phase between an old business identity and a new one, even if they don't have the language yet that they're wanting to use. So they already know that they aren't looking for just a blueprint to copy. They are wanting to tune into their own rhythm and their own blueprint. And they are seeking the permission, energetic permission to do that. But they still want swift, clean clarity without a heavy program. And they are ready. They're ready to course correct. They don't need to be convinced. So this is going to attract people who are ready to move. Their deep desires often unspoken. So this is like, if you're someone who doesn't want to lead with pain point messaging, this is going to kind of give you the nuance underneath what is unspoken, which is one of the things that I personally love about this particular GPT, is the way it helps you frame things so that you're not poking and pushing on pain points, which, like I said, is something that I personally don't like to do. So their deep desires, they long to feel their business field again, not just manage it. They move from energetic knowing to physical action without betraying their true rhythm. Trust themselves without outsourcing their decisions to a coach, template, or trend. They long to be seen and honored as energetic beings first, not just business owners, and shift back into their natural momentum instead of constantly pushing or pivoting. So this offer, it offers exactly what their nervous system is craving, a short, sacred recalibration, not just another system to master. And it's even giving me some ideas of the type invitations that I could use in my messaging that is going to speak to that that they are craving. So language of resonance, not rescue. Avoid offering to fix or diagnose. Instead, invite them into a field of remembrance and refinement. Words like realign to the business your soul already knows how to build. And it's giving some additional options there. And then the final energetic imprint, the true audience is made of quiet revolutionaries, leaders, healers, visionaries who no longer want to build on someone else's blueprint. They are ready for a business that feels like home again, but they need a fast, clean, energetically intelligent recalibration to return to it. So you can see how it is, like I said, reflecting back who this offer is going to attract. So if you have an offer that you're thinking about and you are questioning, is this offer doing what I want it to do? Is it serving how I want to serve? But most importantly, is it actually going to attract and magnetize the audience that I want it to? This tool dives in using your energetics to reflect that back to you, which is so, so powerful. let's go ahead and dive into another prompt here. Oops, I forgot to read it. Let me scroll back and read it. So this prompt is, hi NuMA, knowing that my target audience, and I did not do that, so I'm going to stop it. Oops. Let me scroll back down. I pressed the wrong button. That's not what I meant to do. I wanted to come back in here and edit this. So, hi NuMA, knowing that my target audience is, and so with this prompt, if you know your target audience, you can put them in here. And if you don't, then you would use the prompt that I used before, which is going to tell you who this offer is going to attract. So if you know who your target audience is, you can give it to it. But if you don't, like I just showed you, you can put your offer in there and let NuMA tell you who that offer is attracting. But for this prompt, I know who I want to attract. My target audience is passionate visionaries. So I'm telling it who it is, and it's going to let me know, does this offer resonate with my target audience? I'm going to send that through again. All right, so current energetic signature of the offer. Right now, the frequency alignment scan speaks beautifully to depth, intuition, and recalibration. It opens a doorway for those who know something is off but aren't seeking a full business overhaul. It already resonates with visionaries because it acknowledges their sovereignty, it honors speed, and it values subtlety. In short, the bones of the offer are beautifully aligned to visionaries who are sensitive, powerful, and self-leading. Now it's going to give me some adjustments that I can make if I really want to strengthen the call to this specific target audience. So it's saying, however, passionate visionaries carry a very specific energetic edge. They aren't just craving personal alignment, they are yearning for collective impact. And your current language, as you've described it, leans more towards internal harmony than external leadership transmission. So it's giving me the misalignment and how it risks sounding too self-care oriented, focused on getting back into alignment, when their true ache is to know, how do I lead powerfully without distortion? So it's going to give me some refinements that I can make that will call them in. So it's telling me to make a language upgrade from self-tuning to field impact. So instead of only framing the scan around your business feeling better, widen, I love how it's saying this, widen the aperture, realign your field so your work transmits its fullest power, calibrate your structure so that your vision can move freely through you, clear the subtle distortions that are diluting your leadership transmission. And you can see how those sound, the difference in the message that they're putting out there. And number 2, honor their identity as visionaries, not just business owners. Use language that directly recognizes them as vision carriers. You aren't just running a business, you are stewarding a frequency. Your vision deserves a structure that amplifies, not muddies your transmission. And it's telling me to activate the bigger context. So you can see how these tweaks that it's giving me are going to tune the messaging to create that attraction and that magnetism that's more aligned with what a passionate visionary wants to hear. And it's giving me a final energetic reflection and how it connects with that particular persona. I'm going to keep moving. There's a couple more prompts I want to share with you guys. I'm grabbing the next one. And this one is, hi NuMA, considering my personal year, timing, and the energetic season I'm in, what is this offer truly asking for next? Is it asking for refinement? Is it asking for a relaunch? Is it asking for an evolution or a sacred pause? So this specific prompt would be used for an offer that you've already launched. And this is kind of like that energy check-in of how does this current offer that I'm already delivering or that I'm thinking about launching or relaunching, how does it align with the personal year energy that I'm currently moving through? And for those of you who don't work with your personal year energy, it really does show you kind of like the energetic current that you are meant to flow with for the year. And the more that we can be in flow with our personal year energy, things are just going to flow easier, just like it sounds. So I'm going to send this through, and it's going to use what it knows about my personal year and give me feedback on this offer that we've been taking a look at. All right, so what is this offer truly asking for next? First, the season I'm in, so it's kind of evaluating my season. So I'm in a personal year 2, which is a season of trust building in my relationships, refining my offers, not a rapid expansion, listening, not launching aggressively, and deepening resonance, not kind of being super visible and putting myself out there. So it's saying this is a year of soil, not harvest, a time to nourish the roots so that future visibility and offers grow naturally. So second, the offer's current energetic pulse. So it looked at my energy first. Now it's diving into the energy of the offer. The frequency alignment scan itself is alive and aligned. There's no urgent misalignment, but there's also a sense that it's still in embryonic form, like a seed that has cracked open underground and hasn't yet sprouted visibly. So it's giving me some feedback of what is needed now, refinement and soft seeding. So not a full relaunch, not a sacred pause, and not yet an evolution into something bigger. So it's telling me my season is asking for a small, soulful refinement and then a quiet relational release into the field. So it's essentially saying if I were launching this and that if I were launching this, I would take more of a lazy launch approach versus a full on like big visible live launch situation for this particular offer. So it's speaking to refining the language of the offer and how I invite people into it, using personal invitations, which is really bringing in that 2 energy of my personal year and offering it without any pressure and letting it circulate relationally. So those are all really good suggestions for a personal year 2, which is all about relational seating, more one-on-ones, like I said, more personal offers, more lazy launching styles where you're seeding ideas and offering invitations versus hard sells. Okay. And I've got one more prompt I'm going to share with you guys here, which is, hi NuMA, based on everything reflected so far, what would be one aligned resonant adjustment I could make to bring this offer closer to my current energy and leadership? And so this prompt is perfect for giving you that clarity. Like, what is the most aligned? What is the most effective step that I can take right now with this offer? And it's going to, and if you're using this tool, like I said, to kind of see, you're thinking about a new offer and you're wanting to know, is this the right offer? Is this the right time to launch it? Which is going to respond to you based on how you started the conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and send this through and see what it says is the most aligned, powerful step that I could take right now. and it's telling me to shift the frame from a scan to a recalibration portal. Why this shift? Right now, the word scan carries a subtle energetic of assessment, as if you are checking, diagnosing, fixing. It's still light, but it's tinged with the old helper fixer field. Your blueprint and season say that you're not meant to simply diagnose misalignments. You are here to midwife a swift, sovereign recalibration. This adjustment isn't about changing the structure. So it's not saying that I should restructure the offer in any way. It's just telling me that slight tweak in how I describe it from a scan into a recalibration. And yeah, I feel the difference of the energy of that switch. And these adjustments aren't about changing the structure, it's about shifting the energetic frame of the entire experience and how you hold it and how they receive it. So instead of here's how you're off and here's how to fix it, it becomes here's where your field is already ready to shift, and here's how you can step into it now. It moves the whole offer from a mental evaluation into an energetic invitation. So there you have it. Those are just some of the prompts that you can use with this tool. I was so excited to hop on here today and to give you a demo and show you the power and what you're able to do with this tool, and the type of uh, strategy and responses that it is able to help you with your, and this is just one of the domains that we explored. So if this resonated with you, and if you're feeling a little spark after seeing this, and you have an offer that you're considering, or you're thinking about making revisions to a current offer, or even if you're thinking about your business model and you're questioning if it's the right business model for you, and you're feeling anywhere in your business that it could use an energetic reflection, I'm opening a few free spots for a personalized walkthrough and guided session, just like I did here, but more specific to you. I kind of threw a bunch of prompts at it in no particular order, but the spots in these sessions that I'm offering, it'll be a little more structured to your specific questioning. So if this resonates, if you're interested, I'm going to be posting more details soon. So keep an eye out. The spots are going to be limited, and they will be first come, first serves. I look forward to sharing it with you. Take care, everyone.